students, you are most welcome. In addition to my previous day's class, I have already given you some homework on ratio analysis. And amongst the ratio analysis, I have already told you different types of leverages. Operating leverage, financial leverage, and combined leverage. And one problem was given. I will discuss theoretically little bit on this topic today because it is related to your financial reporting and financial statement analysis, as well as if you choose any topic for project writing on financial activities and the efficiencies of an entity. These ratios are very pertinent and significant enough for your analysis. Okay, so I have given you the different types of leverage. Actually, what does it mean? Actually, leverage is very important term when we have used in ratio analysis. This topic is highly important on ratio analysis in accounting, corporate accounting, financial statement analysis. It is related to cost accounting, financial management. So I emphasize on these ratios very much. And you, the students, must lay your importance on the capital structure of a company. And capital structure of a company is very important because capital structure of any business entity implies different components of financial capital and their proportions. When I am mentioning the different proportions of the components of capital, that is segregated in different parts: equity component, equity share capital, and debt capital. The proportions of debt and equity in the total capital determine the capital structure of a company. Capital structure that would maximize the value of the firm, and it is the final objective of any management to maximize the shareholders' wealth for a particular period. Hence, the management of a company aims at minimizing the cost of capital or the average cost raising funds through issuing of shares, bonds, etc. If the proportion of debt capital and equity capital in total capital is relatively higher, the firm is said to be more levered. The fixed charges on debt capital indicates the risk involved in the debt financing. Okay, hence the capital structure of a firm has to be designed keeping in view both risk as well as expected returns. Hence, capital structure is an important domain of financial management and financial statement analysis too. So, determination of capital structure is the very important factor for the top level management. And the entire success of the business really dependent on the optimum capital structure of a business entity. What actually literally mean leverage? This is very simple. According to the dictionary or lexicographically, leverage would refer to an increased means of accomplishing some purpose. In business, leverage is the means of increasing profits. It is the technique which quantifies the risk-return relationship of different alternative capital structures. However, it is a double-edged sword. Why? I emphasize on the double-edged sword because on the effects of deterioration as well as of improvement. So leverage is such a type of instrument that will optimize two types of risk. One is business risk, another is financial risk. Certainly business risk means operating risks. Okay. So leverage is the ratio of net returns or net amount of earned yield on shareholders' equity and the net rate of return on total capitalization. Leverage is also defined as the fixed cost of paying a fixed return for employing resources or funds. Different authors defined in different forms. Leverage is the percentage return on equity and the net return on capitalization in total. So whatever is the form may be, you are defining, keeping in mind two types of risk. One is operating risk, another is financing risk, and it is related to capital structure of an entity. So it is clear that the fixed cost or fixed rate of interest obligation is the fulcrum of leverage. There will be no financial leverage if an entity is not required to pay fixed cost or fixed interest obligation. Fixed interest obligation comes when you are mixing debt capital or borrowed capital in the capital structure of an entity. So you have to take strategic decision what proportion of borrowed capital would be mixed in your total capital employed in the business, so that fixed interest obligation may be optimized for the purpose of maximization of shareholders' wealth. Okay. So fixed operating cost includes rent, depreciation, or many items, etc. Whereas fixed financial cost includes interest on debt financing. As you know, debt financing, suppose 10% debentures. So whether you are able to earn any profit or return in any financial year, you have to pay 10% of the total amount of debenture. And that is fixed. So it will give you a component of business risk or operating risk. Okay. So fixed operating cost includes rent and depreciation. Rent, whether you earn anything, you have to pay rent. When you have employed fixed assets, whether you use it or not to use it, you have to charge depreciation in your profit and loss account. As fixed operating cost or fixed financing cost has to be a fixed outflows irrespective of any volume of sales or output made for turnover. It has considerable influence on the earnings available to the equity shareholders who are the owners of an entity. And shareholders are bearing maximum amount of risk for contributing in the capital structure of a business entity. So when you are considering this leverage, that is two components of business risk business risk and financing risk. And that high degree of leverage signifies that there will be a significant change in earnings as a result of relatively small change in turnover or sales and vice versa. A high degree of leverage also implies higher degree of risk. This risk refers to the degree of uncertainty related with the entity's ability to pay fixed operating cost and fixed interest obligation. There is two types of risk. It is clear. So you have to optimize between these two types of risk. When you are taking the purpose of financial statement analysis, these two type of risk is important. When you are considering trading on equity, this is also important. When you are considering writing off any project, comparing 2 or 3 companies for years together, so it is also important. So you take into consideration the very important part of ratio analysis. I have forwarded one written up in the early morning for your homework and one problem attached with this. So you have to solve this problem very nicely if you study these ratios carefully. Yesterday you have solved one problem. Today I have given another problem. How this problem is related to leverage. Okay, you solve it. Thank you for the day. You enjoy this day. Take rest at home and you solve it.